They took down Astro Seek, y'all. It's down. Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, they took down Astro Seek, y'all. Shit is not looking good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm about to look up the current planets, see what's up. No, bro. What the fuck is wrong with Astro Seek, bro? What the fuck is y'all doing with Astro Seek, bro? Don't do nothing with Astro Seek, bro. I need them current planets, bro. I need that, bro. Stop playing. Stop fucking playing. Even though I already could like track this shit, like just tap into the atmosphere and then just tap into the atmosphere. What am I doing right now? I'm creating my atmosphere, talking to y'all. So when you know what I mean, you gotta know what I mean to know what I mean. If you ain't know what I mean, then you ain't there. So don't worry, you could get there, but same as still, I'm gonna, show you the path, show you the trail. You gonna go to for yourself. I can just show you the entrance. You just gotta take it like, what's that anime? For anyways, we have a different website here for recurrent planets. So that's cool. That's cool. But we got happy birthday, all cancers. No, shout out to y'all cancers. You know what I mean? So yo. What to say about I? There's a lot of things to be said about I. I was gonna tease I, but it's so much pros and it's so much cons. But it's so much all what's needed to know what to do and what not to do when we're dealing with our cancers. You know what I mean? We really want, because like y'all attractive. You know what I mean? Like people attracted to I. You know what I mean? Not like physically either, just like that too, but mentally. You know what I mean? Because I intuitive. You know what I mean? I deal with the hat. You know what I mean? So a lot of situations where I go to, I might, you know, make it seem to blow up by just actually being yourself and expressing heartfelt. You know what I mean? So it's like if I gonna express to you something heartfelt, it's something that I mean. So if when cancers ask a question, it's like literally is direct, but it might get you in you feelings. You know what I mean? So you gotta be careful with when you're dealing with cancers. You know what I mean? Because the straight up, the real is real. Like what 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 what's fake that you're attracted to? You be attracted to real. You know what I mean? You ain't attracted to fake shit. So if you want to break that down simple and then build it up to what I mean, you're gonna see the idea and you make it up for yourself. But everything, trust me, is some shit that cancer's intuitive with that just makes them be able to endure more. You know what I mean? And even pour more into something, into an idea, into somebody, into the situation. You know what I mean? So you don't know. I mean, really trying to tap into the energies. Cancers me when I feel like I can give I all these props for I to go with I ego to feel like I or any better than anybody. So just calm down and hold. Please stitch your vaginas together and lap your dick between your legs because you ain't saying shit either. You know what I mean? As long as you're in the system, you ain't got your own system, you ain't saying shit, to be honest. If you can open doors and make doors and stuff for people, and help people learn how to open doors and make their own doors too, so they could open doors for people. You ain't saying shit. You know what I mean? So please. And me want to give I that idea, like to say that idea is the shit. And if you do that idea, you're gonna still be the shit. No, we ain't no. Though you will be commended for your ideas that you could implement that is for the benefit of all once you start to express yourself in terms of you, whoever you be, and you know what I'm saying, in terms of myself too. Okay? So yeah, that's the intricacies of the moon in Virgo. because that's what I'm reacting to. The details, stitching things up. I might got a lot of cuts on people right now that people need healing. I will come and stitch it up, give them the right idea on how to go about implementing it so they could feel up again, you know what I mean? But at the same time, just standing here crazy, I don't make that but you don't know. Mercury in Leo. Who say your mind is the greatest thing? Nobody gives a fuck what you have to express. You know what I mean? But who gives a fuck what you think people gonna think or what you gonna express? Fuck that shit. Just express that shit. What on your mind? Cause who the fuck? And if you're fake, please shut the fuck up. We ain't want to hear nothing what you guys say. Keep your shenanigans to yourself, your fakeness to yourself, your snake things to yourself. We ain't want to hear that. What's real need to be heard so you could go through the wins and everybody start thinking about it. And then we could have actual change in society that is beneficial to everybody so everybody could feel at ease and not only the rich that is benefiting off the poor people. System lame as hell. Y'all system lame. Y'all system lame, bro. Lame. Lame as hell. But yeah, that's Mercury. We could dive into Venus in Taurus. What could I say about Venus in Taurus? Because it's like everything is chill, everything is set, everything you know where you're supposed to pour, where you're supposed to value to build yourself. You know what I mean? You know where you're supposed to pour into to gain reciprocation energy, as in where you should value, as in things that you could reap from, as in fucking talents, gifts, talents, um, fucking gifts and talents, shit that you like to do, shit that you want to achieve, shit that you want to stabilize in your life, you know what I mean? Things that you want to start to do. Just that's what you should be pouring into in terms of loving it, appreciating it, but not overindulging in it to where you're doing more business than spending more time with family, you know what I mean? So also that's where you're going shit that's going on in the ears out there, you know what I mean? Where we seeing how, anyways, not to good deal because we really want to, build upon things that aim in a symmetrical way to substantiate what makes sense to us, or what we should value, you know what I mean? So continue loving and continue appreciating what you're doing for yourself, going to the gym, doing your thing, taking your vitamins, doing everything, you know what I mean? Continue shit, making bracelets and stuff. This is what would call this one? This is exclusive. This right here is exclusive. But yeah, this is this is you. This is you, man. Yep. So that's what's going on. And then we got Mars in Virgo too. Mars in Virgo. Mars in Virgo. 7 degrees. Because we want to not have a plan, right? You know that certain things may have to be changed when it comes to what you're motivated by, what makes you aggressive. Look into the details and see what's the results of you reacting this way when it comes to dealing with people, places, and things. When it comes to going for your motivations. Meanwhile, I just went into the moon, but um, when you're going for your motivations, look at the details before you're just willing jump up and go do what you have to do. when it comes to starting something. No, you could. It's good to start something, get up and do it now, but it's also good to sit back and reflect and see what's the best way to go about dealing with um your what you call it what you want to organize, you know what I mean, what you want to put into, what you want to compartmentalize, where you want to put this time for this is me time, this is social time, this is spiritual time, individual meditation time, this is, you know what I mean, and then you know you guide in a kind of way where it's for you, you know what I mean, so you could get everything that you want to do that motivates you to keep going within this faulty system that we have to, what we've been assimilated to be within. And it's just shit like that. So just be careful because it's mutable. Mutable earth. Being mutable and being able to adapt to other people and how they think and make sense of things. You know what I mean? How to think, practicalize, how to make sense of things, and how you mix. So it's like you mm, making sure that you have all the right things that could shape and mold your passions to come into reality as best as possible so it could be stabilized for even many generations. Now I bring in all my energy. This is my energy, like I'm telling y'all, so I could see that side of yourself to what I want build for myself, that everybody should want to be in this type of energy and wanting to substantiate themselves and not only themselves but the people that they have to be in the system with. That is a system. The trees don't pay taxes. Squirrels don't pay taxes. Pigeons when they're on the bit when they're shitting on your AC vents and they ain't paying taxes. They ain't when they're shitting on your car, they ain't paying taxes. You're paying taxes to wash your car. You check it out. So don't let me start. You check it out. So let everything just crumble peacefully and everybody could, you know, feel good and proceed within this life without feeling so heavy on the mind, but masking it with controlling things, or masking it by imposing new laws, or masking it by making today's VAT free. Let's not mask it by pretending like we're going to start a war. Let's not mask it by um, always showing the bad stuff on the news. Let's not mask it by trying to use celebrities that came up and now have money, but and just want money to help the people and the people to, but willing to assimilate and negotiate with our system. That ain't no. And it's early in the morning, so I can't really you know fucking talk too loud, but yeah, no, that ain't how no. Yeah, so that's just that. And Maz and Scorpio, as we proceed, the explanation and breakdown is gonna be a bit longer. But every day we could well I could, what I mean? So every day I could, cause I was saying I like to include people and I like to be around people. I like the fuck. Let's put all what we know together and be one big thing for everything in body that respect what we lay down and we rules, we regulations that ain't to. I really don't. I don't get where these like like ego. Who birthed them spirits? I'm trying to trace it, but me seeing an example. I remember me watch a movie. No, well, the thing is, the movies here must still just play characters, they play roles. But it's like, who even start that? Who even start manipulation? Who even start taxes? Who even start not implementing young men and young women learning these types of systems like insurance and water systems and learning how to upkeep the toilets and young women cooking and young fellows building and you got land for everybody. So um, we know where we're gonna live by time we're 15. And why? Who making who making poverty? Who who is who is making suffering? Who is nothing to suffer down here? There is nothing to suffer here. There's nothing to suffer here. At least on the west, there's nothing to suffer here. We don't need any type of systems that will make us feel small, make us feel like if we ain't got this paper, we ain't feel like nothing. If you ain't got this paper, you can't get the chicks. Cause the world, like women, like if we could get a woman to care about something, the men gonna care about having like how to get that. You know what I mean? Who get the most of that? You know what I mean? So it's like the men gonna go for the most of that to attract connection, to make connections with opposite sex. You know what I mean? And different things now in this world. I mean, we got this type of thing, and we got this thing, but this thing playing this thing, and these things is like what the fuck going on, you know? So at the same time, we just gotta play it cool, and we just gotta mind your fucking business. Personally, that's what I do. That's what I just do. So when it comes to now, yeah, man's in Virgo, you don't know, so you just gotta be able to, I wouldn't say double take, you know what I mean? You don't have to double take or be indecisive. If you don't got like a foundation and a path set on what you want to do, it's only more advice and add-ons to the bubble of what you want to do. You know what I mean? So you get the details, you know what I mean? You compartmentalize the details, you organize the details, put this here, put that there, make sure this stay here, consistent, post these, do this, study this, you know what I mean? Go for your driver's life. Whatever you're doing that's small as a motivation for you to know that you have to go into the details of to understand what you have to do to move forward. You know what I mean? To go. You know what I mean? To go for your want. You know what I mean? Your desires, whatever you want. So whether it's apartment, car, um, anything, anything. Your CDL, your fucking what you got, LLC, uh, anything you want to do, just that, do it. No, do it. It's here for you. It's here for you all. It's here for us all. You know what I mean? And we ain't got to struggle. We don't have to struggle. That's it for me. As in Virgo, is more. I could break down. I could talk all this shit all day and create all kind of fruits that we could buy and plant all kind of seeds. So I could see a certain fruit that we eat ain't really good for our stomach that we think that is food for thought, but ain't really shit that we should be paying attention to. But we're still eating these things because they interfere. But it's really nonsense. But at the same time, the government ain't care. So these things is more so we're pushing out into the ears, as in the communications like radios, TV shows, influencers, entertainment, them kind of things is what's showing like wow different. You know what I mean? When we are all gonna sex each other. So like sex ain't bad. So I wouldn't say sex is bad, but the pushing of the porn and them kind of like I don't know the things that yeah, I don't know these man be I don't know these man because we aim at this tax system. So let me not get too fired up. But Jupiter in Cancer. Lovely. Lovely. How y'all feeling? Lovely. I mean, it's ups and downs, but at the same time, once you're in the natural world, it's like, fuck it, it must all work out. What the fuck? What the fuck? You help make this. If you ain't believe it, then go believe in Jesus or something. You know what I'm saying? Remind me that we ain't even trying. But that's what it is when you're in alignment, you know what I mean? With the spirit and could be able to transcend and then descend and then express, you know what I mean? So and then expand. You know what I mean? Actually, so is transcend, expand, descend, contract. You know what I mean? So, and then express masculine to see an expression and perceive what I am trying to tell you is feminine. So you're just receiving, you're taking, and then you got male and female, and then you got yin and yang. But that's like nine year astrology and so me until I know more the yin and the yang and you in your birth chart. Go to fucking know your birth chart. Then we could start to go into deep conversations that y'all think is deep, but it's actually just nature. The fuck? These niggas weird out here paying these making man pay taxes and so like, yo, don't let me get started because I got ear for days. I got ear for days, bro. Ear for days. I like a blimp. I'm blowed up. I've been blowing up myself. I'm ready to fly now. You can't shut this blimp down because I splayed with bulletproof ceramic, bitch. And and I got the controls. So that's the Jupiter in Cancer, you know what I mean? Cause Jupiter is like, man, really want to break down the whole Jupiter thing, but Jupiter is just the experiences. We learn. Mercury is your thought process. You know what I mean? Mercury helped Jupiter farm, right? Because yeah, basically how you want to farm your experiences. Check it out is how you're gonna think. But Jupiter is the experience on what you learn to even know how to think in a better way. You know what I mean? Unless if you don't think a better way, then you're probably just a person who does just do self sabotage and all types of shit. You know what I mean? So that's you. And you know that you should change, but if you ain't changed, then that's all you. I mean, your family might care a little bit, but like afterward, even them gonna start to like reject you and just be like, what the fuck going on with him? What you doing with his cunt? Like, what's wrong with this nigga? We gotta stay away from this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful when it comes to even just thinking that you could control a situation. You cannot control nobody, first of all. So that's starting from the government straight down to your individual experiences. You cannot control nobody, first of all. You could direct the path. No, that's because they're following your orders. So you tell them what to do. You're guiding these people here. Like I got another here. Y'all is guiding poverty. Y'all is guiding sex trafficking. Y'all is the one guiding these folks. Nobody is no retard. We know we are this. Like we know is the government doing sex trafficking. I mean allowing. Sorry. My bad. Let me take accountability right now. Allowing sex trafficking, allowing poverty, because look, they could come up here and say and just change the fucking gas prices and so on, right? So they could just come up here and say everybody can get a fucking 100,000 fucking for their fucking family. Money is fucking printed. Don't care about no word. We're gonna say, oh, inflate and deflate. What the fuck you even talking about? You ain't wanna play off this table that these men ain't wanna feed us off of. But they want us build the table. They want us build the system, run the system, but we got poverty. That fuck make me wanna shed a tear. Me ain't gonna let it. Me ain't gonna let it. That shit I just said make me wanna shed a tear. I just had to hold it back. For real. That shit crazy, gang. For real. That shit is, whoo, I don't want to be a part of that, boy. Ooh, no, that shit just made my stomach turn like a motherfucker, boy. Ooh, it's fucking almost fell too. So it's all types of shit going on. And then we got, I mean, that's about Saturn and Aries. I mean, shit. To be honest, you gotta make your own contract. Make your own contract or don't be a part of nobody's shit. You make your contract. You don't then what's offered, you see if you like it. You don't just you read it. You read that fuck before you just go. From Saturn in Aries straight to Mars in fucking Virgo. Don't be too aggressive without reading the details, without organizing things, seeing how things gonna play out. If you could budget this advancement, what the man gonna give you, or if you should just stay on your own and make your own, stack up your own bed and you still stay a hustler. You know what I mean? Like, oh, man, life is fucking beautiful, bro. These niggas ugly, yo. Get the fuck up out of here, yo. We got rivers in y'all blocking up the rivers and shit, man. Ain't nobody want no damn my arm kinda light right here. I should go outside with my shirt off more. Hell yeah. Oh, I'm tripping. Fuck that shit, man. That's how much I don't care about that system. I can go in deep and just get the fuck up out of there. That shit's still retarded. And then we got you know, so yeah, it's just be initiating and creating your own way to see and feel about restrictions, about limitations, about how we place limitations on ourselves and how we go about how we go up. That's crazy. How we go about, we traveled to get what we want, you know what I mean? And the things that we might have to sacrifice individually to, see the outcome of a long term reality that we want to actually make real for ourselves in terms of different types of characteristics that we want to keep practicing because you're gonna build up more satisfaction within your spirit so you could feel at ease without actually being strong or strained from the system because your value as an individual when it comes to Venus back in Taurus, your value as an individual ain't only based off how much you could work 60 million of fucking hours. Check it out. Your value is how much t-shirts that you could print. Your value is how much bracelets you can make. Your value is how much money, what you call it? How much truck stops you made. You know what I'm saying? How much bags you flip. You know what I mean? And how much you keep the bags running. You never out. You somebody never out. You know what I mean? So you keep it going, even if you're gonna look at job real quick, just to get 2 ounces, even a 2 peas. You know what I mean? You do your own thing. So it's like you seeing the restrictions where you gotta get. You responsible for the placement of restriction, and you're responsible for removing all restriction. So you're supposed to know when it's time to start and when it's time to stop. When it's time to start, when it's time to stop. You're supposed to be self-aware at this fucking point. No, god damn. You're supposed to be self-aware. Get into your bird chat. That's for me too. God damn. And then we got Uranus in Taurus, everything shaking up when it comes to stability. You know what I mean? So you don't know you gotta be unique, same as you gotta be original, and you gotta be valuable. You gotta be original when it comes to what you value. You know what I mean? Because what you value right now could hurt you. You ain't that could make things shake, cause an earthquake in your life, everything break up. You know what I mean? So you gotta be real careful with what personal planets is angling Uranus. You know what I mean? And Uranus is going into Gemini at the moment, but for our next fucking video, man, it's time. So, Pluto. We got Pluto in Aquarius, you know what I mean? Me really give a fuck about Pluto in Aquarius, to be honest. All my friends them could stop talking to me. Me ain't really give a fuck, you know what I mean? But I love them. Don't get it wrong, but at this point, me ain't really give a fuck. But I love them, though. Don't get it wrong. I fuck with my people. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and anything could go there. But Aquarius ain't only about associations. Aquarius is also about shins. So you gotta be careful about a lot of diabetes too. Cause you could watch your you could be motivated about some shit that you ain't want to change, which is what you value. Venus, Taurus, which is food. Food is a value. People, food is a value. So you could value food too much, but you ain't looking into the details of what's affecting you. You just keep going and one, which is mass. So you ain't seeing the the fucking over effect that could be caused from you doing self harm to yourself by eating too much sugar, eat working too hard, working too hard. Yes, that is a sickness. That is a fucking sickness. Stressing yourself out with work and not scared to ask for days off and them there is diseases and mental illnesses. Fucking ask. The fuck? This is life, bro. None of this would have been here without this here mechanism that I have. A dick and a pussy. So use that shit and respect your life. Because everything come out a dick and a pussy. So respect your life. Check it out. Yeah. And when you respect yourself, yeah, people respect you. But same still. And try not to. Because anyways, y'all, enough about the planets. Let's get into me. You know what I mean? It's like I teaching people. Me ain't teaching nobody. Me, I'm already taught. You know what I mean? I was taught by the Native Americans. Matter of fact, the native people of the West. I don't want to say Americans. They try to make me American, but I ain't American, bro. It's this new world deal, new worldian. Get that straight. We headed into the new world. Matter of fact, y'all already here. They trying to take it over. But how the fuck you gonna take over what we made here? Come on, bro. I mean, you look. I'm aware you guys already have it. I'm not trying to go into the occult. I'm not trying to go into the lost Bibles. I ain't trying to go. Truly, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'd rather listen to somebody that already knows. Like, it's boring. Y'all books is boring, bro. Let's let's get some real fun shit out here, bro. Let's get some real fun shit out here. But that's all, y'all. We ain't even gonna go too much. We ain't wanna make it too long. Just wanted to show my face. I know that I'm gonna be showing my face more often. I do got my hair. I just that I don't wanna wear my hair at the moment. I put it up for the because for gym. I thought I was going to the gym. You know what I mean? I look like a is it an otter? A otter. Yeah, it might be an otter, but I look like an otter in the face, or a weasel. Might be a weasel. I don't know, but yeah. So that's what's up, y'all. Showing my face. It's gonna be more of these, and I'm gonna be vlogging too, cause I got my mics and shit, so y'all should be able to hear me and they on. So yeah, and the other one is charged up now. Should be charged up now. Bro, this one is broken. They sold me a faulty fucking item.